What's your age?
I'm 24.
Are you single?
I am.
Why do you think that is?
I'm very picky with men that I choose to date, and I have high standards, so I'd rather be single than be with someone that I don't respect or want to be with.
So describe your perfect man to me. How much does he have to make?
He has to make at least as much as I do.
Which is?
Ballpark, 100K a year.
How tall does he have to be?
I'm 5'4", and I wear heels a lot, so I would say at least 5'11". He should be able to provide for a family. So if I am pregnant or I'm sick or going through something, he should be able to take care of me and the kids. That's kind of the expectation.
But realistically, at 24, do you want to have a kid right now?
No.
So why would he need to be able to provide for a family?
Because I date to marry.
If you're a girl who wants a 6'2" in-shape man, but none of those men are giving you attention, change your type. If that is the type of man that's constantly coming for you, keep that type. You're very lucky.
Women should change their type predicated on what's attracted to them.
Absolutely. It would be a completely pointless strategy being attracted to a man who has no interest in you. Let's say, for example, I'm super overweight or I'm super, super short and I'm not getting the type of guys that I like. Change your type. They're not going to like you. You either stay single or beg them to like you or use sex to get them to like you or make them need you because you don't feel like they want you. You're going to set yourself up for psychological failure.
The rich man might treat you like a commodity, and that poor fat man might cherish and spend every moment with you. What would you want? Priorities and values.
Most men find most women to be at least somewhat attractive. In contrast, women on average view 80% of men as below average in attractiveness. Another study found that on the dating app Tinder, men liked more than 60% of the female profiles they viewed, while women liked only 4.5% of male profiles. I didn't realize that 80% of men as below average. That's quite off.
It is, because, you would think like 50%, right? It's sort of like 50% above and 50% below, but to have 80% rated below is pretty grim.
Because of the increased risk women carry, they tend to be choosier about their partners. In contrast, men are less discerning. Studies of online dating, for example, find that
Keeping in mind these women were rating men's online profiles, not men from real life. We all know most men can't take a good photo to save their lives. But regardless, this is why I tell young men to get off those dating apps and focus on bettering themselves.
A lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the
Don't worry, I'm not really talking to you. I'm speaking against you as a symbol.
A symbol of what?
A symbol of a declining society where people lack values. So the point is this. If you had IQ and skills to offer to the marketplace, you can earn a good income. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge, you didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money, which is to say, if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
I'm just good for nothing. Yep, you caught me.
No, you are good for something. That's why you have OnlyFans. And that's my point, is that that's what you're good for.
This is the kind of honesty we need in this world. Baldy dropped a nuke on that 304's head and threw a grenade on the ashes just to double check on the kill.
You said, why ugly men have high standards for women?
Yeah, I think it's very strange. Like, it's always the fuggliest men that have the most to say, in my opinion.
And you're still a 10, right? Just
absolutely
checking on that.
Yeah.
Well, but who are you to appraise men of how they look? What if they think they're a 10?
Well, again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, what I might think is a 10, someone might think is, a 5.
Like, maybe these men who you think are ugly, like, actually a lot of women think they're 10s.
Okay.
And so wouldn't it be fair for them
women.
to have high standards?
No.
Also, what's wrong with having high standards even if you're not attractive?
I mean, I just think you need to take a good hard look in the mirror and be like, all right, I'm a fugly man and I shouldn't have such high standards.
Okay.
That's my take.
Should fugly women also think that way?
I don't think women are fugly.
She doesn't realize she is the female equivalent of what she is describing. I have never seen anyone lack so much self-awareness in my life. Women like this who say, I don't think women are fugly, are the ones who talk the most crap about other women's looks behind their backs.
Could it be that they're just going for younger women?
Oh, not necessarily.
I don't think so.
Just women with no dignity.
And ready to open their legs.
Free leg.
Or could it be that your standards are just unrealistic?
They're not unrealistic.
Well, what do you look for in a guy?
Loyalty.
The job?
You know,
Loyalty.
time, commitment.
Yeah.
It's just very.
And how much should he be making at your point?
A lot.
You know,
Which is?
Like over 100K.
well, you need at least 100K to even survive, right?
Yeah.
And are you guys making over 100K too?
But yeah.
Over that.
No.
But I'm not looking for somebody to contribute.
Of course, because you don't want to depend on a man. And this is what the problem is with these boss babes. Not just attitude, but they don't realize that you're probably going to be single for the rest of your life, especially right now with men waking up.
They really think they can get a 100K guy. The fat one has no chance, and the other one has a low chance.
Women need social proof. We don't.
That's not true.
That women don't want social proof?
status? No.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. We met in London, and you find me attractive. I'm like, oh, I'm throwing a party. Like, I'd love for you to come. Bring some of your girlfriends. It's going to be awesome. And you're like, cool, yeah, for sure. You show up, you and your girlfriends, and there's 50 dudes and like 3 girls. Are you staying?
No.
Okay. Switch it up. 50 girls, like 5 guys. Are you staying?
Yeah.
I wonder why. Social proof is important, isn't it?
It's not about social proof. It's
That is
because
social proof.
Women feel more comfortable being in an environment full of women.
See, here's the thing. Your ability to feel safe is rooted in social proof. The man being able to have a bunch of women there displays an ability of, this guy has some kind of social semblance, this guy's able to...
I wouldn't have even thought of it like that. I would have been like, great.
Because women live life on easy mode. You don't even understand all the bits and pieces of work that go into men creating an environment for women to have fun. Like, this is what I mean when I say girls have zero concept of what it's like to be a man or to be attractive. And
with the way my dating life is going right now, I feel like I'm going to be single for a long time. Like a long time. I literally just cannot stand. I cannot stand these vanilla ass men. You're boring. You don't intrigue me. And at this point, I'm like losing faith in all men. I just feel like they all want one thing. And if that's what you want, I'm the wrong bitch. Go somewhere else. I cannot tell another man what I like to do on my free time. I can't do it. And I don't give my attention to anybody. And when I'm finally like, oh, like, he's cute, like, let me talk to him. You're boring! You're boring! You suck!
How do you think men feel when they're typically the ones pulling all of the weight, and in response, they get one-worded responses, 2-hour gaps in conversation, and 0 initiation? The bottom line is that a lot of men today feel like it is pulling teeth to get to know a woman. So if you as a woman don't even want to talk about your hobbies, yet you're telling men that they're too vanilla, they're boring, I'm sorry, is he the only one that's supposed to bring joy and excitement to your life, but you don't provide anything back?
These women are gratingly unpleasant and combative. Who needs that? The more I hear about how toxic the dating world is, the more happy I am to have opted out of the dating world. I just focus on my hobbies and my goals nowadays. Stay single, my brothers. None of these ladies are worth it.
Here's the funny thing. A woman wants to show up to you broken and say, hey, big, strong man, put together the pieces. But they expect you to show up with 6 figures, a 6-pack, 6 feet of height, and everything that they ever wanted. And here's the funny thing. When you actually have that, you still will be underappreciated when you're dealing with the wrong women. For example, I have a 6-pack, I have 6 figures, I have 6 feet plus of height, and still I'm middle tier. So imagine if the dude in the big house with the Maybach and the Rolls Royce and the i8 and property in different places and bank account and stock portfolio and foreign bank accounts, who does all these exciting hobbies, who's traveled to a ton of countries, has a bunch of experience and important friends and great education. If that guy's middle tier, just imagine how they look at you.
And they'll put you 6 feet under and then look for the next victim. Just goes to show that it doesn't matter how much you have, it will never be enough. Fellas, stay sharp and focus on yourself. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.